So Sam, customer behavior has shifted tremendously over the past couple of years, which has led to changes in terms of media consumption. They consume content across different devices, consume content in different formats. What are some of the biggest challenges that stem from trying to measure all of that interaction with media?
Yeah. Honestly, the biggest challenge that we have is trying to find that audience and get the data sets and assemble that audience back together into a whole. So, as you said, it's disparate. They're all over the place. You can find them on streaming, they're on linear, they're on YouTube, wherever they may be. So, the challenge we have is trying to find that audience in everywhere that they're trying to watch the content that they want, and then bring it back to a whole person that then we can show our brand or advertisers or agencies that we work with that this is the person that's consuming your content, watching your ads, and this is who you should be targeting to be able to get the results that you want from your ad spend.
It sounds like that shouldn't be that difficult. What elements are making that a challenge right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest challenges is trying to work with different vendors, different data providers, different people within the media ecosystem to try and assemble that audience and get that data set from everywhere. Everyone has a little piece of it, and we don't always all want to work well together. So it makes it a challenge in order to be able to get that data in a singular source where that then we can analyze it and provide feedback to our customers on what they're getting. So the challenge is really that interoperability between the different players and stakeholders within the media space.
Interoperability is also one of the big buzzwords, and I think how are companies like 605 sort of working to help create that interoperability with other partners in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, we really pride ourselves in being able to work with anyone within the industry and being open and happy to, share insights, share data, and really try and move the industry forward that way. So I think an example of that is the work that we do with Operative right now. We've got a relationship with them for planning purposes, and it's that kind of relationship where it makes it easier at the end of the day to transact in the media space, and anything that makes it easier is going to help drive revenue, and that's what we want at the end of the day. So our relationship with Operative allows a client or one of their clients essentially to use our service with one less touch point. So just taking friction out of that process.
Removing friction, that's another buzzword, and maybe we'll drill down into one more, and that's outcomes. So there has been a big focus on the buy side in terms of figuring out how their media is performing. Where is 605 on sort of that end of the spectrum, and how do you help media owners provide those outcome-based kind of metrics to advertisers?
Yeah, I like to think we have the gold standard in attribution and outcome-based solutions for our clients. We have a very robust data set. We have some incredible methodology that really analyzes our second-by-second viewership data that then can be married up with third-party data sources, first-party data sources from clients. We have partnerships with Affinity, Catalina, Foursquare, PlaceIQ. We can do website attribution, and really at the end of the day, I think this is what we're hearing a lot in the space right now is, what am I getting for my dollars? What is the outcome? What did this do? What behavior did it drive? And I think that's what we're able to provide right now, is to be able to show a brand what was the outcome? What happened when someone saw my ad? Am I targeting the right people? And are they taking the action that I want them to take?
Sure. I guess the last question would be, there have been some, in addition to the shifts on the consumer end, there have been a ton of big shifts on the business end in terms of media measurement and metrics. Is there anything in particular you're excited about or concerned about that's coming down the pike?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest concern that we have, and again, it's not new, you've heard it in the industry right now, is privacy issues, right? I think we all understand we're in a pretty good space right now where we have access to data that we want, but coming down the pipe, I think there's a fear of some potential legislation that will limit our access to that data for privacy concerns, and I think that's probably one of our biggest hurdles in the future to try and overcome.